Welcome to We Talk English, your favorite English podcast. We're excited to have you with us today. Before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay connected for regular English learning podcasts. Let's get started.
Ready to dig into something delicious? Today's deep dive is all about dumplings.
Dumplings.
And you know we love exploring different cultures through food, right?
Absolutely.
So get ready, because we are about to uncover the fascinating world of dumplings, a food found all over the globe.
Can't wait.
Now, you might think of Chinese food when you hear dumplings, but surprisingly, dumplings aren't just a Chinese thing.
Really?
Yeah, they pop up everywhere, with each culture adding its own, unique spin.
I'm intrigued. Where are we starting?
Okay, so first stop on our culinary journey is Ghana, on the west coast of Africa. We're diving into a unique dumpling called kenki.
Kenki, okay.
Our guide for this is Kafui Adza. She's a businesswoman and a total kenki enthusiast, which I love.
Awesome.
Kafui describes kenki as this beloved comfort food. It's made from fermented maize sourdough.
Fermented. Interesting.
Yeah. And get this, it's often served with shito, which is a spicy chili sauce, or a savory black sauce with seafood.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. What's the cultural significance? Who eats it?
Well, it's super popular among manual laborers.
I can see why.
Yeah. Kafui said it really fills the tummy, and gives you tons of energy, which makes sense. It's like their version of a hearty stick-to-your-ribs meal.
Makes you wonder where this whole dumpling thing even started, right?
Right. So the exact origins are a bit of a mystery.
Mystery, huh?
Historians think they've been around for centuries, though. One theory is that they're tied to the Silk Road.
The Silk Road, that ancient trade route.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
imagine dumplings traveling along those routes, picking up different flavors and influences along the way.
Wow, that's a cool way to think about it.
Speaking of culinary journeys, let's hop over to the UK. They have these things called suet dumplings.
Suet dumplings. What is suet exactly?
Okay, so suet is basically beef fat, usually from around the kidneys and loins.
Oh, okay. So maybe not the healthiest thing.
Yeah, not exactly health food, but definitely traditional. It's
Yeah.
we wouldn't recommend eating them every day, but there's something so comforting about them, especially with the stew.
It's interesting. Both kenki and suet dumplings are from totally different continents, but they both represent way more than just a meal. They're connected to the working class and traditions in their cultures.
It's like food can connect us across cultures and socioeconomic backgrounds.
Right.
It's pretty cool. And did you notice how, the sources use really vivid language when they talk about eating these dumplings?
You're right. Hits the spot or dig in.
Yeah. It's like they really capture how satisfying a good dumpling can be.
It's true. Hits the spot. It makes me think of, you've had a long day and you just crave that perfect bite of comfort food.
Totally.
And dig in. That just screams shared meals, family, good times.
Yeah. It's funny how such simple phrases can really change how we see and experience food.
It's like how language and food are totally connected. But hey, we can't forget about all the other incredible dumplings out there.
Yeah.
Chinese dumplings, obviously. But our sources also talk about Nepalese momos.
Oh, yeah. Momos.
Filled with buffalo meat. And then there's Irish dumplings, slathered in Guinness gravy.
Oh, man.
And we can't forget about Italian gnocchi with spinach filling. Talk about variety, right?
It's really amazing how, the simple dumpling has traveled the world, right?
Totally.
Each culture puts its own twist on it, but it's still that same idea. A little doughy pocket just packed with something delicious.
It shows you food is more than just fuel,
Yeah.
It's a way to connect with, culture, history. It's part of who we are.
Totally. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our dumpling adventure. Sad, I know.
Oh, okay.
But before we go, I want to leave you with something to think about. So next time you're enjoying some dumplings,
Yeah.
really think about them, about the story behind them, the history, the traditions, all the people who helped create them.
Ooh, I like that.
And maybe even think about what your favorite kind of dumpling says about, you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, does it remind you of your childhood, your family? Or maybe it's something you discovered, later in life that opened up your world.
It's true. Every dumpling has its own story.
What a great way to put it. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder those dumpling destinies. Until next time, happy eating, everyone.
And again, thanks for joining us on We Talk English.